guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to see what orchids I have in bloom, in spike or in bud for the month of February. So let's start with my beautiful Phalaenopsis Ivy. This is just a name that me and my boyfriend put to this orchid. He gifted to me. And I just love that purple on the petals and sepals and the beautiful reddish lip. It's so beautiful. I have 4 blooms on it at the moment, but the tip of the spike, it is working on some more buds, so that is nice. Here we have this gorgeous Miltonidium Mellisa Brianne, and she has quite a lot of blooms. I cannot take credit for these ones because I just purchased it, and if you didn't watch the orchid haul from when I originally got this orchid, you can watch it now in the right corner of the screen. I have quite a lot of blooms. They are not fragrant, but I also have a new spike on this other bulb, so that is nice. I will have quite a long display from this one. I won't pot it right now. I can see she has quite a lot of fruits. I also know she has snails, but I don't have any growing pseudo bulbs nor growing root tips, so that is not a good moment to repot an orchid. And this is my Oncidium Katrin Zock. We recently potted this one together, and I hope it will recover just nicely. It seems it likes this medium, as all my Oncidiums do. The smell on this orchid, it is absolutely amazing. It smells like very sweet candy floss, and that is really nice. You should really buy this orchid if you don't already have it, because it can produce up to 5 spikes from each pseudo bulb, so that can make quite a nice display. Come on, focus. Another orchid that I have in bloom, it is this gorgeous Phalaenopsis No ID that we potted together recently. She's still hanging on to those blooms, and the tip of the spike seems to start to produce some more blooms, and that is really cute. And here I have my African Violet that it's starting to produce some more spikes. She has this beautiful purplish color, so it's really nice. I really like how the leaves grow, and she is so huge. Another orchid that we have in bloom, it is my Dendrobium Berry Oda. It didn't produce all that many blooms nor spikes for me this year, but that is okay because last year it didn't have any root, and now he is in a much better state. What I like the most about this orchid, it is its fragrance. Come on, here you go. Amazing blooms. It has a very strong honey scent, and I really like that. It already started to grow some new growths, and I am trying to train them to grow upwards. The root system this time it's quite good, so I am sure next year I will have a much more nicer display. And here I have this beautiful Dendrobium that I reached the conclusion it is a Prima Donna. I have only 2 blooms at the moment from the oldest canes, because my new canes are not yet fully mature. As you can see, they are still growing. And I have that with almost all my Dendrobiums. They are not yet fully mature, the canes, and I guess they will bloom somewhere in summer. Another orchid that we have in spike right now, it is my Masdevallia Huyana Pichu. I done recently a video about how to care for this orchid, and I have repotted into this clay pot with ceramics and leca beads, and the orchid really didn't mind the repotting. I have quite a few of spikes that are coming. I know they will take about 2 months to develop, but that's fine for me. Another orchid that we have in bud here, it is my Dendrobium, let me check the tag. It is my Dendrobium Nobile Yellow Magic Festival. It is a Dendrobium yellow with a dark center on the lip. And As you can see, the canes are not yet fully mature, but I have some buds from the older canes, and I have quite a few of them, but they are hidden in all sorts of places. That's fine for me. I cannot wait for this one to open its bloom. And here we have my Phalaenopsis started to spike quite late, by the way. But here it is, my Phalaenopsis Orange Delight. I cannot wait to see this orchid in bloom because she usually produces quite large flower spikes with all sorts of branches, and they look really showy. She has also quite a lot of fruits, and she enjoys the semi-hydro setup. Another orchid that it is in spike. Actually, she has two spikes. It is my Miltoniopsis Red Tide that my viewer Huyana sent me, and I cannot wait to see this one in bloom. Another orchid that we have in bloom, it is my Cattleychea Siam Jade. This orchid is supposed to have beautiful large green flowers that smells like apples, and as you can see, she is getting ready to open her blooms, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. Another orchid that we have in spike, it is this Phalaenopsis. I don't have an ID for her, but she looks kind of like this, and she was also fragrant. I hope you will help me identify her when she will be in full bloom. She also usually produces big spikes with branches, so that is pretty nice. My Cattleya Iwanagara Apple Blossom Pink, it also has this nice fat spike that I cannot wait to see it in full bloom because I never smelled this orchid and I heard it smells like freesias, and freesias are my favorite flowers that aren't orchids. Okay, here we have a spike from a Dendrobium Phalaenopsis No ID, and I purchased it at a discount about 2 years ago, and this year it did really well in ceramic, and I will finally find out what color he is because I don't know. I never seen it. Here we have a sheet with a darkness from my Cattleya Aurantica Mishma spots. When I purchased this orchid, it had one bloom and I could see how beautiful that was. And as you can see, I have a little darkness there in the sheet. That looks really pretty, but when I received it, it had a fungal infection that looks so bad. I cannot wait to cut these leaves. It didn't spread anymore, but it didn't like the decomposing medium it was in. Here it is, my beautiful ring Cattlianthe Shinfong Orange. I have some footage last year's blooms, and I just love the root system of the orchid. Let me show you something really interesting. She really likes this setup and she always branches roots, and I have such long root tips. This is just from this point till here, it is just the root tip, so that is really interesting. I reported this recently because it was in a smaller ceramic pot, and it was full of fruits, and I wanted it into a bigger pot, and the reason why I am showing you this orchid, it is that it has this sheet and it has some darkness inside now. I know this orchid usually starts to produce the blooms after the root system of the orchid takes a little bit of the pot. So after the new growth has an established root system, and usually as the sheet starts to dry, it will start to produce the new blooms. And another beautiful orchid that we have in spike, it is this Laelia Purpurata variety vincolor. As you can see there inside, I already see the spike, and at some point I will need to cut the top of the sheet because it can be a little bit too hard for the spike. This orchid produces quite thick sheets. And this other orchid, I think I lost her tag, but I will try to find a picture with it. It is also starting to produce some buds from the tip, and that is really nice. And guys, I think that is all for the month of February. Thank you for watching. See you all next time. Bye!